Hi everyone, this is Pramita here. As you can see, this is just an update on the Traveling Junk Journal. I must tell you, if you have not been aware of the Traveling Junk Journal stuff, I think about a month and a half ago, Amity Bloom, she had announced on her channel that she's going to initiate a traveling junk journal, which is going to be traveling in different countries where various ladies will journal in their own style, whatever, and uh, it will be like a relay. It's she's going to ship them to someone at the top of the list, and the person at the top of the list will send it to the second person. This will go on till 15 ladies have journaled in this notebook, and then the last person has to ship this to Amity Bloom herself, and then she's going to give this away to one of the lucky ladies who have journaled in this, and that's it. So this notebook is hand stitched by Nazi, the young girl who runs this channel. She's awfully talented girl, because when I get to see her work in my own hands, I know that this took me so many years and I'm nowhere near her. I'm telling you. And she, being such a young girl, has such great ideas. I really think that as a part of this traveling junk journal series, we are extremely proud to be an integral part of this endeavor that she has taken up. Anyways, so in the first part, she has a small card over here, and in the beginning she has journaled herself. This is a small vintage fabric piece, and this is a tip-in page that she has created. I think she has stitched this. Yeah, she has stitched this page, and over here there's a photograph of Nazi when she was very young. Let me show you. Yeah, no, this is where she lives, and she has written about that. So this is this, and over here there's a small pocket. She has a small journaling card in it, and this is, I think this is a wallpaper sort of thing, some kind of vintage wallpaper. And then there is this another journaling card of her, the picture of her home, and she has a deep love for animals. She has expressed that. So this is this, and then we move on to the next page. Over here she has a small tag, and this has been collaged sort of thing with small strips of paper. Over here there is another piece, three pieces of fabric which she has sewn together with a bit of vintage lace, and this is a belly band sort of thing. Yeah, so this is how she has made the journal. Let me put this inside a little bit more, because it should go a little bit inside. Yeah, so that's it. And then we come to Irina's page. Irina lives in Japan, and she has journaled in her style, and she has a YouTube video on this, and this is my page. So over here I have journaled, as you can see, I have stamped some words on tracing paper, and then I've just stuck those on the the page over here, and I've stamped some butterfly images. This is a vintage sewing kit I told you about, and here I've narrated about the house sparrow that I have in my home. They have made my balcony their permanent residence. Yeah, and I have a huge colony of sparrows living there. And it's very entertaining, like when the birds hatch out, the parents, they teach their young birds how to fly in my balcony. And I can hear them chirping away happily. And recently a sparrow had also you know, got stuck in my bathroom. That's what I have written over here, and how they love me so much, because whenever I close the bathroom door, the trapped bird used to start chirping away, and whenever I stood in front of the little bird, she would just keep quiet and peer at my face. It was a hilarious incident. And how can I say that in such a small period of time? Anyway, so this is how I've journaled over here, and this is a small flap sort of thing. Yeah, it flaps out like this. This something was written at the back, so I've covered that with washi, and it's a vintage stuff. And over here I have a tip-in pocket. Now this is actually a glassine bag. I have tea dyed that, and then I've stuck that as a floating tip-in sort of pocket. I have a cluster out here. I had initially explained I have used ephemera, small tiny tags, vintage lace. Over here I have a wreath sort of ephemera, and in this pocket I have a tag, and that tag is decorated too with, you know, tracing paper, with floral ephemera, some vintage cloth, and some, you know, satin threads. So I've decorated that also. And this is a small journaling card, but it is a three-way card. It's like a small mini book sort of thing. So I have journaled about my city, and over here I have journaled how I was so blessed to come in contact with Mother Teresa, because I had been so lucky to work for her for a brief period of time, and came in contact with her. This is how I have journaled about her. Yeah, and I think I'm one of the very luckiest persons who have come across such a saintly person. I have never felt so much at peace, you know, with anybody else but her. So this is a tag which will go inside this pocket. And now we come to the next page. These are actually some vintage photos of my city. Okay, so I live in Kolkata. It was the capital of the British colonial India for about 200 years. So you can pretty well imagine how steeped in British culture the city would be. And it has numerous old buildings, heritage sites, and it's a city which, you know, which has its own culture, and as well as its vintagey colonial, you know, aspect to it. It's a peculiar city, and it's considered as the cultural capital of India. So and of course we are fortunate enough to produce two Nobel winners, one Mother Teresa and the other Rabindranath Tagore. So yeah, I belong to a very enriched city, you can say, in terms of culture and service to the society. So these are some of the vintage photos, and I've just layered some stuff up. These are some washi tapes that Tim Holtz has come out. I have just used some over here, and I've layered that with a tracing paper. I have shown how I do the painting on tracing paper. Okay, so over here, this is my take on a charm. Some people on my Facebook group have asked me, how do I add charms to my journals? There are numerous ways to add charms to your journals. Over here, I've just stuck a small vintage lace and just added a small bead to it with a jump ring. That's it. It's going to be like this. I'm going to show you. It's going to stay like this. So when your book is closed, it's going to be like this. It's a tiny blue crystal, and I like this very much. So I thought I would put this in the journal itself. And on this page, I too have two pictures. Again, this is a cluster that I've made with a few ephemera and a small tag which says smile. And on this page, I have journaled I have journaled in a different way. Over here, I have not journaled directly on the page. What I've done is I have just torn apart some pieces of paper. I have distressed the ends a little bit just so that they go with the color scheme, and I have added them in random places because I didn't want to write over this beautiful floral stuff that this page has. So I wrote in the empty spaces, but not directly on them. I've just written on some papers. I've just glued them on top, nothing else. Okay, so over here I have a floating envelope. This is a very what do you call it, very frequent feature that junk journal ladies that have awesome content in their channels, they usually do this. They have this pocket sort of thing which lifts out, and you can put stuff inside, and then you can close it, and it'll be an like an decorated page sort of thing. So over here I had made this journaling card with some book pages and a word sticker, and what I've done is I've journaled at the back. This is a small stamp that I have, a Project Life stamp. I think it came in our Coco Daisy kit, and these are some of the stamps that my friend Piu has given me, and I love these stamps so much. They are so handy dandy and I'm using them so much. Thank you Piu for these. And so I have colored the tracing paper and I have made it into an envelope, and I've stuck that with washi tape. That's it. And over here I have quite a few stuff going on. Once again, I have a tiny bit of a lace peeking through. This is a heart-shaped doily, and this is a small journaling card from a cut apart portion of a paper pad. These are just washi tape sections, and these are this and this heart. These are punched out from tracing papers. This is a small ephemera, a butterfly, once again a lace peeking through, and over here I have a small die cut. So that's it. That's what I have done, and I hope you people like what I have done totally in this, and I hope everybody likes what I have done. I have tried to keep the theme going to a vintagey style. This is not my style, but I had to learn so many things to put this together, and since I find layering stuff up comes naturally to me, I think I did that pretty well. So now it's up to you girls, who will tell me what I could have done better, but now it's done, it's already shipped off, so I have nothing else to do. Let's see what happens, how the others journal, and yeah, so bye for now.